From one of the best ballparks you'll find in the sport, PNC Park in Pittsburgh. Tonight it's game 3 of this 4-game set between the Cincinnati Reds and the Pittsburgh Pirates. 2 of the best bats in the business go at it next on the show. Jody Christian will do the pitching in game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matt, 5 full innings for this guy in his last one. You couldn't really consider that a powerhouse outing. He was able to get a no decision, but I'm sure he and the team are looking for a lot more in this one today.
Here's Billy Hamilton standing in. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. And now the third baseman sneaks into position to cover a potential drag bunt. Now here it comes. And a cold strike on the game's first pitch as we bring you this one here tonight. Dero, Dan, we look at this Pirates ball club as they enter play here tonight. They've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty B. Hey, Dero, we're looking at a team that's playing some pretty good baseball right now. Through the first 5 games of this homestand, 4-1 and looking for some bigger and better things.
Yeah, we had a chance to sit down before the game after BP with the manager. He was really pleased with the way his team has played in these last 5. Let's see if it continues today.
And a moment now to glance at the Reds lineup card in this one. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Matty, this is going to be a fun lineup for me to watch. I get fired up watching these guys because they all have a plan. It works for them. They follow the scouting reports. They grind it out in the video room. I'm interested to see what they've come up with.
A swing, and this ball is blasted to right field. Nothing's going to keep this one in the ballpark. Gone! A solo shot here to straightaway right field. First home run of the campaign for him. As the Reds strike first, it's 1-0.
Wow, there's a case of a ball up in the zone. Not the easiest pitch in the world to get underneath and drive it out of the ballpark. Good piece of hitting right there. Ball up in the zone. He didn't miss it. He destroyed it.
In now for the Reds, Nolan Arenado. And he has not gotten off to the start he had hoped for with the bat. It's been a real struggle for him out of the gate. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Didn't catch the corner there, but you can see he was trying to jam him with that running action on that 2-seam fastball.
2-0. Well, time to look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Dan, we got Dave Lawrence behind the dish tonight. One of the best in the business, in my opinion, but sometimes has a tendency to fall into a pattern where he's given a little bit too much on that outside corner.
Yeah, D-Roll, one of the things he'll do, he'll open up that outside corner, especially with left-handed batters.
Tapper up the line. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Batting fourth, right fielder, Aaron Erstad.
Ready now for Cincinnati, Darren Erstad, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And the outfielders getting the signal now to play deep. Don't want anything over their heads here. Low for ball 1. The 1-0 home. A swing and a miss, strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. But the Reds hit the scoreboard first on this solo homer. Bottom of the first coming up, and the Reds are staked to an early 1-0 lead. Royce Rodriguez will be the one towing the rubber for the Reds. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, it's not a good thing when you give up 6 earned runs. You kind of put your team behind the 8 ball. It's tough to win when your team has to score at least 6 just to tie. This guy's a much better pitcher than he was in this last one, and he's going to have to be if they expect to win this game here.
Stepping in, Christian Brummett. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. And guys, as we take a look at the Reds entering play here tonight, they come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5. Oh, and while we talked, that pitch got away and ended up hitting him. So he'll head down to first on the hit by pitch.
Of course, the crowd is going to get on him a little bit here, but I find it hard to believe there was any intention there. Bottom of the first, you never want to dig yourself a hole on the mound just to send a message.
Up next for the Buccos, Christopher Wiggins, a Silver Slugger recipient for National League outfielders a year ago. First delivery to him on the way. Up around the face.
Right there is a temptation pitch. Power hitters like this are looking for pitches that they can drive. So that may have been one where he was trying to get him to chase up above the zone a little bit.
Called strike at the knees, 1-1. Brummett gets his lead at first, nobody out. A ball and 2 strikes now. Now he'll step off the rubber and go to first. And he's back easily. The 1-2. He's at the knees and called strike 3. Now a moment here at PNC to take a look at the Pirates lineup card in this one. What's the key for them tonight, Hero?
Matty, this lineup is built on one thing. Their best tool is the fact that they have amazing speed up and down the lineup. I don't even think the third base coach gives a steal sign. I think a lot of these guys have the green light. So be on the lookout for that today.
No balls and a strike to count. And he'll step off the rubber and go to first. And the runner will get back standing. Oh, 1 pitch on its way. And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball 1. Now a snap throw to first. And the runner back in standing. High in the air out to center field. Hamilton is there, 2 gone.
Batting fourth, right fielder, Roberto Clemente.
Next to bat will be the Pittsburgh cleanup batter, Roberto Clemente. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here comes the first pitch. And a pitch out, nothing doing, though, and that's ball 1. Now we'll snap one off over to the bag. Runner's back. 2 out with the man at first. Now a ball sliced out of play down the left field line. The 1-1 home. Misses, ball 2. Now the 2-1 pitch. Runners off for second. Pitch inside. The throw is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
Looks like they're trying to be aggressive on the base pass in order to get that run back they give up at the top of the first. I like that, especially early in the game, so we'll see if they can drive him in now.
The 3-1. And that misses, ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out.
Batting fifth, second baseman, Randy.
So the next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Randy Wiggins, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield from the stretch. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Two men are on with two men out. Takes a pitch high and away for ball one. Getting a few steps off his second there. Now the pitch. Well, straightened him up there on that fastball. It's 1-2 now.
You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone, so if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
The 1-2 is at the knees and called strike three. Pirates strand a couple. They still trail 1-0. Now batting, Joey Votto is ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Looks like the corner infielders are guarding the lines now, trying to prevent anything from getting by them for extra bases. Check swing called strike, 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. A swing and a miss at a ball down.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth of a sinker. Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there had such good downward action. Great pitch.
And wow, tough to lay off the fastball there, but it's 1-2.
You know, there aren't many guys that could just spit on an 0-2 pitch like that. Maybe it fooled them. We won't ever know, but it worked out.
Hit hard, but foul to the left, and they'll try it again. Ground ball, foul down the left side. The 1-2 is laid off for ball two. Here now the 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome. You go back to the dugout as the offensive player, and your teammates are loving on you for making that pitcher work and battling it out.
Clemente on the move, and that's the first out of the inning.
Take a look at the Pittsburgh Pirates defensive lineup. And when you talk about third base, you talk about a step and a dive. But you better have something to go with it when you get to your knees. And that's what this guy has. An absolute howitzer.
Looks like the corner infielders are guarding the lines now, trying to prevent anything from getting by them for extra bases. And this is taken outside for ball one. The 1-0 home. Fouled off. Now it's swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Well, they got to him in the first inning, which is huge, but he looks a lot more settled into this ball game right now. He's not the kind of pitcher you want to let get into a groove out there.
And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
Well, two straight fastballs inside haven't put him away, so now it'll be interesting to see what he turns to.
Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are two gone.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
And the outfielders getting the signal now to play deep. Don't want anything over their heads here. In now, Johnny Bench, as he'll take strike one on the inside corner. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. 0-1, here's the pitch. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low. Strike two at a pitch that catches the outside corner. shot down the first baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a little tapper that rolls foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive. Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
When you have 2 strikes on you as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
Hit down the third baseline. Wiggins loves it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Reds. And after an inning and a half, it's 1-0. Leading off the inning, Scott Gifford, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Scott Gifford.
First pitch coming. Here it is. A knee-high sinker. Tough pitch. Strike 1.
Hey, if he's going to be able to dot up his sinker down in a way like that all game, you are in for a situation where you're going to see a lot of ground balls and a lot of weak contact.
Hit high and deep, carrying towards the corner. And that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. 0-2 is a fastball that misses inside. 1-2 now. Right down Main Street, caught him looking.
Time for a look at the Cincinnati Reds on date. And guys, let's focus our attention on center fielder Billy Hamilton. A pitcher's dream out there covering gap to gap. He makes the extraordinary play look routine. Seriously, probably the best range of any center fielder in the game.
Standing in, Brian Brummett comes off an 0-for-4 in last night's ball game. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. The 1-0 is in off the plate. Brummett swings and throws from the right side and stands at 5'10". Most of the time he can be found behind the plate, but he's roaming the outfield in this one.
Yeah, crazy athlete, Matty. One thing that does travel to whatever position he's at is that he's got an absolute cannon. That's why he can go to the outfield and moonlight out there. No one's going to test his arm. And then to go back behind the dish and shut down a running game, this guy's a special talent.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. The 1-1 home. Taken. Strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes, you count.
2 out, nobody on. A swing and a miss on a ball way outside the strike zone, and the inning is over. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Back with more on this fine Saturday night following this. Ready now, Wilmer Flores, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. And he misses low with it. 2-0.
Not a great spot to be in right here, 2-0, but I'm not so sure why he's pitching this guy so cautiously. A bottom of the order guy you don't normally see getting pitched like this.
And that's through for a hit. So the leadoff hitter's aboard. Pitcher due up. Looks to be a textbook sacrifice situation.
Hey, right here, anytime the leadoff hitter gets on in front of the pitcher, it puts the defense on notice. You're going to see the third baseman creeping in. You're going to see the first baseman crashing, trying to get that out at second base. But if not, make sure of one.
sacrifice situation here, and the manager wisely brings his third baseman in to try and cut down the lead runner if it comes his way. Standing in now, Royce Rodriguez. And you can't ask for much more out of a pitcher than that. The sacrifice works to perfection.
The batter, number 6, center fielder, Billy Hamilton.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Billy Hamilton. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A little bouncer. One strike offering now to Hamilton. And the changeup is way low that time. Flores, the runner at second with one away. Swing hard liner to left center. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out hit. He'll get it into second. But he'll get in there with an RBI double. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance. And he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Into the box, Pete Rose. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball one. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
1-1. Takes a pitch for strike number 2.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last 3 pitches. The book on him is that he hits the way pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over.
Ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. On the ground to the right side. And that'll get on through into right field for a base hit. And he is safe at the plate, and the lead is now 3-0.
Hey, you know, Dero, a lot of the top pitchers, when you're going to get to them, you want to get to them early. This is a big lead, 3-0 early against a very good pitcher like this guy.
Yeah, they have to feel good about this one, Dan. Going to have to find a way to slowly tack on runs. But if you would have told this offense they'd have 3 early, they would have took it.
Here's Nolan Arenado. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 0 for 1 here in the early going. The 0-1 on its way. High in the air and deep to straightaway left. Wiggins going back to the track, and it's gone. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. Second home run early in the year, and the Redlegs have added on. It's now a 5-0 game.
Well, he's given up 2 long balls in just 2 1/3 innings of work. So it seems as though they might have his number here. Not sure how much more the manager wants to see. He needs to turn it around quick if he wants to stay in this one for a while.
The right fielder, number 9, Aaron Erstad.
And the outfielders getting the signal now to play deep. Don't want anything over their heads here. Into the box now, Darren Erstad, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. There's a changeup over the outside corner. Weak grounder back to the mound. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Well executed 2-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Ready for another chance? Joey Votto. He flew out in his last at-bat. And the outfielders getting the signal now to play deep. Don't want anything over their heads here. And that's in there for strike one.
I guess the game plan from the offensive standpoint today coming into this one was they were going to work the counts. They've been super patient at the plate in the early goings of this game, and they've got the lead looking for more.
A 1-1 count to the Reds first baseman. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. 2-1.
Well, I think he just kind of lost focus on the mound right there. It's clearly not going his way, and he's thinking more about that than the task at hand. And right now he needs to think about this hitter.
Swinging a ground ball to third. 4 runs here in this half inning. Right on that pitch that time as he wraps it into center field, a base hit.
The batter, number 8. Second baseman.
Digging in to try it again, Joe Morgan. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Now the outfield shifts into a no doubles defense after getting the sign from the dugout, basically playing to keep the ball in front of him no matter what. And he takes ball 1. Votto, the runner at first with 2 gone. The 1-1. And it's fouled away. Ready on 1 and 2. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
You can really tell about how effective this guy's going to be when guys are swinging at that changeup. So far in this one, they've been real smart to let it go.
3-2, full count. Hot shot on the ground is short. Reined in. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. So it's 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a man left. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Reds 5 and the Pirates nothing. Leading off the inning, Jody Christian, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Hamilton is under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone.
Now batting, center fielder, Christian Drummond.
Stepping in, Christian Drummond. He was drilled by a pitch his last time up. First pitch coming. Here it is. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. A 1-1 count to the Pirates leadoff hitter. 1-1. A swing and a high drive to right center field. Erstad racing back. That gets down, and the Buccos' first hit of the game is good for extra bases. And he's safe.
You take a look at this one as it flies into the gap. Both outfielders give it a chase, but they can't catch up to it. Next thing you know, it one hops the wall, and he's busting his hump around second on his way to third.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Christopher Wiggins. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Very weakly on the ground, but that one. From the belt, the pitch fouled away. 1 out and a runner on third. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1 and 2. takes off inside, and it gets away. And he is safe at the plate as he wasn't able to recover in time.
Wow, the pitcher has no one to blame but himself. Man on third, he just uncorks one. The runner alertly takes off immediately and gets their first run of the game just handed to him on a silver platter.
Here now the 2-2. And he fouls this one off. One out, nobody on. And he gets under the 2-2 a bit as this is sent in the air out to straightaway central. And a diving effort in center, but he can't get a glove on it. Around second now and headed for third. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Even the best center fielders make mistakes once in a while, and that's definitely the case here. He totally misplays it, and by the time he recovers, no chance of keeping him from ending up at third.
In now, Tyler Wiggins. As the first pitch here is a bit high, it's ball one. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Votto shading to his right, and he makes the catch for the second out. And they get the double play at third. Pirates get just the one, and that's all. On now to the top of inning number 4. It's the Reds 5 and the Pirates 1. Striding in once again, Johnny Bench comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And the outfielders getting the signal now to play deep. Don't want anything over their heads here.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Slurve, and he jumps ahead here 0-2. The 0-2 delivery. Missed with a breaking ball. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. And it's gone as they add still another. A solo shot here to left. First home run of the campaign for him, and it's now a 6-1 ball game.
Yeah, everyone in the stadium, including the guy in the mound, knew it was just a matter of time until this guy cranked one out of here. Well, that's the first one of the year, and many more are sure to follow.
Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready to go. Mike North answers the call from the pen here in the 4th as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. Stepping in now, Wilmer Flores. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Flores, a Venezuelan-born ball player. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
Yeah, Matty, there's 3 dates. The time you get called up, and the time you get to arbitration, and one when you finally hit free agency, where you have a chance to truly enjoy this game and get paid for all the hard work. And this is the start of it. The arbitration process allows these guys to finally start making some real dollars in this game.
And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled off. Bases are empty here, nobody out. Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. So with this day over now, you get a look at the final pitching line for the Pittsburgh starter. Not the night he or his club were hoping for. So here's the Reds pitcher, Royce Rodriguez. He successfully laid down a sac bunt in his last plate appearance. And there are 2 away now.
The batter, number 6, center fielder, Billy Hamilton.
Here's Billy Hamilton standing in. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. Looks like the corner infielders are guarding the lines now, trying to prevent anything from getting by them for extra bases. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. And the throw is too late. He's on with a beautifully placed bunt single.
Up next for Cincinnati, the fielder, Pete Rose.
Digging in and looking for more, Pete Rose. He singled his last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And look out as that fastball ran in and got him. Ouch, bang.
The pitcher was acting innocent, but I saw it in real time, and my first thought was he did that on purpose. These pitchers can paint the black inside and out, make the ball move up and down. So a lot of times when you see a guy get hit in that spot, there was some kind of message behind it. We'll see what that leads to the rest of this game.
Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Especially after drilling the last guy up at the plate. That's just a great job to get your mechanics back onto you and establish yourself back in the strike zone.
Change up, and he ain't buying it. 1-2. The 1-2. Squared that one up just a little late. Hamilton on second. Rose on at first with 2 down. Oh, and this one's driven the other way and deep to the corner. Maybe not, as this stays up in the air long enough to be hauled in out there. False alarm, and that ends the inning. One more for the Reds, and it comes on this home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's the Reds 6 and the Pirates 1. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Roberto Clemente. He drew a walk his first time up. First pitch coming. Here it is. Fastball down near the shoe tops.
I gotta believe this is an awesome time for this pitcher to get real aggressive in the strike zone. He's got a huge lead. He knows he can pound and try and polish up his mechanics down and away.
And quickly there's one down to lead off the frame.
The batter, number 15, second baseman, Randy Wiggins.
Striding in, Randy Wiggins. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike 1. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates. Hit on the ground out to short. And there's out number 2.
First baseman, number 10.
Stepping up to the plate, Scott Gifford. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. The 1-1. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hard hit ball to short, taken in by Flores. Throw on to Votto will take care of him at first, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Pirates. They trail 6-1. Ready for another shot now. Darren Erstad. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And the outfielders getting the signal now to play deep. Don't want anything over their heads here. And he gets ahead 0-1. Comes set and the 0-1. There's a strike.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Looks like the corner infielders are guarding the lines now, trying to prevent anything from getting by them for extra bases. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
If you know you got a real patient hitter at the plate, I love the mindset of this pitcher right here, attacking the zone 0-0 and getting ahead.
And it's fouled away. Bases are empty, one man out. Grounded to short. Wiggins is up with it. On to first, and Votto's gone for out number 2.
The batter, number 8, second baseman, Joe Morgan.
Digging in once again, Joe Morgan, last year's recipient of the Silver Slugger Award for NL second baseman. First offering on its way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. 2 out, nobody on. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. Here it comes, 0-2. Here's one hit softly down the line in left. Foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
That's great recognition right there on the part of the hitter. Not many guys lay off that one. That was a classic strikeout pitch to Oakland.
Threw it right past him, a swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Reds are down in order. They lead it 6-1. Leading off the inning, Brian Brummett, and they'll need him to get something going here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. A ball and a strike. So 1-1. Strike 2 swinging.
You can tell this offense is getting frustrated, but this might be one you have to shower off. When a guy's locating like this, fastball at the knees and to both corners, it's going to be tough for them to do anything with it.
And that's a fair ball as it'll head for the 325 sign down the line. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
He went with the slider, but the hitter wasn't fooled for a second. Gets the barrel of the bat through the zone and rips it down the line for a leadoff double.
At the plate, Curtis Wiggins. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Oh and 1. Here it comes. Bounce it to the left side. Throw pulls the first baseman off the bag.
Man, there's just no excuse for a middle infielder to make a play like that, especially your shortstop. Looked like a routine play, but for some reason, he just pulled the first baseman off the bag. It happens, but you never want to give a team extra outs.
Into the box, Mike North. And they indeed want the pitcher to move his runners as he puts this one down. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice.
The center fielder number 27.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Christian Brummett. First delivery to him on the way. Tries to catch him napping, but he missed the bunt attempt. Strike one. Brummett at third. Wiggins is over at second with one down in the inning. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball. 1-1. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike two. The 1-2. Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball two. Here now the 2-2. Hit hard up the middle. Flores has it. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
Probably wanted more out of that at bat with runners in scoring position, but at least he does the job and brings one home. Maybe the next guy can pick up the runner at third now.
Ready once again, Christopher Wiggins. He tripled earlier, making him 1 for 2 in the ball game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a check swing, but it's strike one anyway, says the home plate umpire.
This guy's cruising along, pitching well as we enter the middle innings of this one. Less than 60% of his first pitches have been for strikes. If he could clean that up a little bit, he could really roll into the later innings in this one.
Count now a ball and a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Line hard to the left side, but this is a foul ball. Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
Well, I bet the manager breathed a sigh of relief when he saw he wasn't hurt that badly. The last thing they can afford to lose is a guy like that for any length of time.
Now at the plate, Tyler Wiggins. First pitch on its way. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. The 1-0. Fouled away. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. And that one just missed outside.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and chopped up the middle. Throw goes to Votto over at first. It's in time to retire the side. Pirates get just the 1, and that's all. 5 innings complete. It's the Reds 6 and the Pirates 2. Digging in and looking for more, Johnny Bench. He'll try and get things started as we begin inning number 6.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
Now the 1-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
Beautifully thrown splitter right there. High 80s, down in the zone. Looks like a fastball coming in, and then it just drops off the table. You can get a lot of swinging strikes with that.
2 balls and a strike to count. This is line to left. Wiggins is there, and he'll bring this one in.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
Looks like the corner infielders are guarding the lines now, trying to prevent anything from getting by them for extra bases. Into the box now, Wilmer Flores. He swings and lines it to left, and he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, pitcher, Royce Rodriguez.
Riding in once again, Royce Rodriguez getting to hit for himself here, largely due to the big cushion he's got to work with. And now the third baseman sneaks into position to cover a potential drag bunt. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swinging a ball line softly down the line in left, but foul. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Behind 0-2 now. 2 out, nobody on. Good changeup in the dirt. Strike 3. And that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Reds. They lead it 6-2. Digging in once again, Roberto Clemente. And through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game if this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up.
Trying to bunt his way aboard, but this will get fouled. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate here as that misses.
I like that he tried to tie him up inside on that pitch, but it was a little bit of a risky situation because if you're off just a little bit, you can end up plunking a guy. That's the last thing you want to do when you've got a guy 0-2.
The 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full.
From 0-2 to 3-2, what a great at-bat to start this inning off. Hey, this could be a productive inning.
And that one misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th.
That's an excellent at-bat right there. Fell behind early 1-2. Didn't panic or start chasing pitches out of the zone. He's able to lay off 3 pitches in a row, and he's standing on first with no outs. That's a great job.
Standing in now, Randy Wiggins. He swings and grounds it to short. The tag, and they got him at second. But he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out.
First baseman, number 10, Scott Gifford.
Digging in to try it again, Scott Gifford. First pitch coming, here it is. Pitch out, nothing doing. The 1-0 home. Hit back up the middle. Flores is there to second for 1. On to Votto, a double play, and that ends the inning. Nothing doing here for Pittsburgh. They still trail here. It's 6-2. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Billy Hamilton. He'll lead it off here as we begin inning number 7. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Soft liner out toward left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Boy, D-Roll, that ball wasn't hit very hard, but when you're struggling like this guy is, any knock is a good knock.
Yeah, 100%. He doesn't usually get those. He has to square it up mid-barrel to find a way to get a knock. He hasn't had much luck this year, but he'll take that any day.
Pete Rose will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ball game. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. He's set, and the pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
That was a classic 2-hole hitter move right there, giving his boy a chance to steal a bag. Got to be honest, in today's game, you don't see too many guys take that pitch.
And great extension as he drives this one high in the air and deep the other way. And he pushed it just a bit too much. It'll wind up a foul ball. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Brummett waits on it, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
The batter, number 20, third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Nolan Arenado will stride in, but first we take you back to the 3rd as you take another look here at his 2-run homer that had him rolling early on. First offering on its way. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Takes this the other way to right. In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Everybody's different coming out of spring training. Some guys get off to torrid starts, some guys struggle. This is one that struggled, but maybe that single gets him going.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Darren Erstad. Now the outfield shifts into a no doubles defense after getting the sign from the dugout, basically playing to keep the ball in front of him no matter what. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. No balls and 1 strike. In the air out to straightaway left. Wiggins giving chase, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the 2nd out.
The first baseman, number 19, Joey Votto.
Ready for another shot now. Joey Votto. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. Now the outfield shifts into a no doubles defense after getting the sign from the dugout, basically playing to keep the ball in front of him no matter what. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Hamilton over at second. Arenado at first. 2 out in the inning. May have gotten a piece of that one, but no matter. It's 1-1. And that misses. 2-1.
Well, late in a game like this, calls that don't go your way can really throw you off when you're on the mound, but you just can't let it happen. His composure is getting a little test right here.
The 2-1 is outside for a ball.
You can bet he's salivating a little in the box right now. He likes to drive in runs, and he's got a great situation and count to do that right here.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Case in point right there, Matty. We're seeing a trend, the north and south. A lot of pitchers working that elevated fastball and then breaking stuff off in the dirt. We used to see east-west, not the case anymore.
Hit on the ground to third. On to first, and the Reds rally comes up short here as that ends the inning. Reds strand a couple. They lead it 6-2. Chris Busby gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Chris Busby.
Leading off the inning, Brian Brummett, and they'll need him to get something going here.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball.
1 ball, no strikes to count. The set and the 1-0 pitch. And there's one he'd like to have over again. Missed high with the slider. Ready with the 2-0 pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball. Now the 2-1. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It will, just to the right of the chalk. A fair ball. And he will coast into second with a leadoff double.
He obviously didn't let last night's hitless outing get to his head too much, because that's his second hit of the ball game. This one a double. I'm sure he's feeling a lot better about the way he's going right now.
In now, Curtis Wiggins. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. No hits to this point. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
All right, as a hitter right here, you got to know if he's throwing you tough pitches, he does not want to miss over the heart of the plate. That's when you step out, regroup.
High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Into the bushes and gone. Two-run shot to straightaway center. Second home run early in the year, and they cut the gap here. It's now 6-4. Well, we've now seen 4 homers combined between these two clubs today. What are your thoughts, guys?
Matty V, this is just one of those days where the balls seem to be flying, Dero. The hitters are on point, the pitchers aren't making very good pitches.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's all about executing pitches, and they're not doing it today. They're leaving a lot of balls over the heart of the plate, and this offense, both offenses are taking advantage.
So they'll make a matchup move here and bring on a southpaw to face the left-handed hitter due up. Edward Arnold will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Edward Arnold.
In there at the letters 0-1. No outs, nobody on. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2. Conrad has a good reputation for preventing the long ball. One swing can change the complexion of the ball game when you're coming in late, but he rarely lets that happen. Part of what makes him as effective as he is. Half swing here, but it won't matter. It's strike 3 called anyway, and that's out number 1.
You know, I'm not quite sure how that strikeout will be scored, looking or swinging. He tried to check his swing, but I'm pretty sure the home plate umpire was ringing him up regardless.
Stepping in now, Christian Brummett. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1.
Wow, how about that? He was tempted to make a swing at that pitch right there. That was way out of the zone, but he just kept his hands back enough.
1-2 as he chases the slider. The 1-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire. Ball 2. 2-2. Liner toward right center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. And the throw in gets away from him.
Now batting, left fielder
Joey Ramos takes the mound now, and it appears he's being brought in to face the right-handed batter who waits next.
Yeah, you usually don't hear the term righty specialist very often, but that's kind of how they're using him here, Matt. Most hitters have a harder time against pitchers of the same handedness, so we'll see if this move pans out.
And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. Maybe getting a little jumpy in the box, so he steps out and asks for time. And now maybe a mind game or two going on down there as he steps out a second time in the AB. And you wonder if he's trying to get in his head out there as he steps out for a third time now. And he'll step out for a fourth time here. And now be careful, because I don't know many pitchers who care for these type of shenanigans. The 0-1 delivery. And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball one. Fastball taken inside for a ball. 2-1 now. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Pitch outside, the throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
It's not easy to steal on a catcher that has a good arm, but he did just that and beats that throw at the second base.
Brummett leads off second with one gone in the inning. Doesn't want any part of that cutter, and it's full 3-2. He's set. Here's the 3-2. He's able to take the ball the other way here. High and deep to right center. But that'll be off the wall in right center. And that's going to bring in the run from second to make this a one-run game now.
That's the difference in today's game. Pitchers will throw any pitch in any count, but the batter was able to deliver on a 3-2 breaking ball.
Up next for the Buccos, Tyler Wiggins. Been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
Change up in for a strike. 3 runs already home here. Oh, that grounder got him. And oh, the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he'll reach it first.
Well, it started off as a nice play as he fair hands the ball, but I think he got so excited that he doesn't square himself properly to make an accurate throw to first. That's a tough error to take, but you're expected to make that play at this level.
Ready for another chance. Roberto Clemente. 3 across so far in the inning, and another 2 out there on base.
Yeah, Matt, and this inning's really starting to get away from them on the defensive side of the ball. Stranding the rest of those guys out here feels absolutely essential for them at this point.
Showing bunt, but he winds up taking ball 1.
Trying to do way too much up there for what I can tell. He knows that's a big run standing there at third, but that swing was way out of control. You still have to stay within yourself and look for your pitch.
Now a move over to first, and he's back in standing. The 1-2. Misses for the second ball.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
And there he goes towards second. He swings and misses. Throw down. Not in time. He's in there at second. So he can't make contact there on strike 3, but meanwhile the runner on first takes second here with 2 men away. So the next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Randy Wiggins, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Ball and a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Flying toward right center. And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. One more look at the full extension catch that strands 2 men on the base paths. More from the show. Saturday Baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. Bob Dixon has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Bob Dixon.
Leading off the inning, Joe Morgan, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Leaves a changeup high for a strike. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage to it.
Locked him up with the off-speed stuff on that one. Joe Morgan goes down to become the first out in the 8th inning. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out, a strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Into the box, Johnny Bench. This is foul right side. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. The 0-1 delivery. Missed with a slider. The 1-1. Back up the middle and into center field. And that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
Pitcher executed his pitch. Good sinker down and in. Got the hitter to beat it into the ground. Sometimes there's nothing you can do about it as a pitcher.
Into the box now, Wilmer Flores. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Counts even at 1-1 to Wilmer Flores. Now the 1-1 pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. One there, relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. We're back with more on this Saturday night after this. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. J.J. Hoover will come on to pitch now as he'll move into the 8th spot in the lineup on the double switch here. Eli Salinas is into the ball game as well as he'll slide into the pitcher's spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch.
Eli Salinas.
Down and away, 1 ball and no strike. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now.
You'll hear me say this time after time up here in the booth. You fight so hard to get into these counts. 1-0, 2-0, 3-1. They don't happen often. This is a huge spot. Count leverage. Look for him to get loose on a fastball right here.
And this one is over, and he works the count back to 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Is taken, ball 3.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate.
I always say hitting's a process of elimination at the plate. I think he could go ahead and eliminate changeup. 2 in a row back-to-back. I don't think there'll be a third.
Still 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 8th pitch of the at-bat. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Man, that's a tough one to swallow. You're hanging on to a slim lead, and the last thing you want to do is give up a leadoff walk. Seems like those are the ones that always come back to haunt you. So we'll see if that's the case here.
Trying to pick things up where we left off. Brian Brummett will try to follow up the double in his last at bat with another big hit right here. Runs up to bunt here, but he missed it for strike one. The 0-1 pitch. It's a bunt attempt, but he missed it.
Count 0-2.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Really important time for a strikeout there, guys. Tying run at first, so objective number one is straining him on base. And now with one out, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that run.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Try to check it, and it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike two. Gifford, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. He takes strike three called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are two away.
That's a big strikeout there with the tying run over at first base. Now, with two outs, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that guy home. Probably need a ball in the gap to give him a chance.
Bart Wiggins will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot. Right over the middle, knee high. And before the 0-1 pitch, he'll step out of the box and get his bearings a bit. Good curveball. Strike two.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at bat. Two straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle up.
The 0-2 pitch. Missed with a breaking ball.
Wow, that was a decent breaking ball right there, but that's just a pitch that's a little easier to lay off of when you're opposite-handed, opposite bat. You could see the sweep of the ball coming right into you. That was a great take.
And an underhanded throw is in time for out number three. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Ninth inning coming up. The Reds are on top, 6-5. Welcome back to Major League Baseball on the show from Pittsburgh, PA. Ninth inning about to start in this one. Dan Wiggins enters from the pen to start the ninth inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the ninth. Striding in to start the ninth, Eli Salinas, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Pitch on the way. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Looks like the corner infielders are guarding the lines now, trying to prevent anything from getting by them for extra bases. Oh, he had him fooled there. No balls and 2 strikes.
Is that gun reading right there? Because that just registered at 91 miles an hour on a slider. If he's working that pitch, that's most guys' fastballs. It's going to be a long game.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2. The 1-2. Hard hit towards center. But this is unfortunately right at him in center field as he takes it in for the first out.
Boy, sometimes they say you hit it hard, good things will happen. Well, that's not the case right there. That was a bullet that just stayed up and is caught in the outfield.
And now the third baseman sneaks into position to cover a potential drag bunt. Here's Billy Hamilton standing in as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. High fly ball out to deep right field. Clemente ranging back on the warning track. He makes the catch.
Now batting, left fielder, Pete Rose.
Ready once again, Pete Rose. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Just able to get a piece of that for strike one. The windup and the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And the throw to first ends the inning. Reds are down in order. They lead it, however. It's 6-5. Aroldis Chapman enters the game to finish this one off here in the bottom of the ninth. Leading off the inning, Christian Brummett, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Hey, it's never easy scoring runs against a closer, but this lineup is setting up perfectly right now as the leadoff hitter leads off this inning.
First pitch on its way, and a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way. And that's in there for his strike 1-1.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay, you want to come get some early in the count? I was about to wait you out, but now game on.
The 1-1 pitch. Chopper foul. The 1-2. And he chased it in the dirt. The throw down to first, one away.
Up next for the Pirates.
Now batting, Christopher Wiggins. Here comes the first pitch. Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Now the 1-0. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Rose is there, and folks are starting to head for the exits now. 2 gone here in the ninth. So stepping in, Tyler Wiggins. First pitch coming, here it is. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
Well, these hitters can expect to see a heavy dose of that big fastball from this reliever. It's a major part of his arsenal.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. So 1-1. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening.
That's just a great pitch right there. Great execution. He just got that hitter to think that pitch was knee-high.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Man, facing Chapman is not for the faint of heart as he unleashes fireball after fireball. Gets the final out here and another save. What a weapon Chapman is.
And tonight's 1-run game comes to an end.
Welcome to Inside the Show. Baseball is back in April. Let's check out some of the results from yesterday. Looking first at the NL Central, the Reds sent 3 balls into the seats as they defeated the Pirates at PNC Park 6-5. Alexis DeJesus got the win, throwing 8 innings, allowing 1 earned run as Colorado took care of the Cubbies 3-2. The Milwaukee Brewers had 12 hits as a team as they got the win in extra innings over the Cardinals 4-2. The Washington Nationals picked up 14 hits in total as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 8-3. The Mets defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 5-4. The San Diego Padres knocked out 12 hits as a team as they got a road win against Arizona 6-5. The Los Angeles Dodgers pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they beat the visiting Marlins 2-0. They continue to win as they now have 9 straight. Kevin Kiermaier dominated at the dish with 2 long balls and 6 RBIs, leading Tampa Bay 6-5. Lorenzo